there has been an announcement about the CDL schedule. Keshav, do you want to give us a quick breakdown of what we need to know?
Yeah, so they finally announced that. I've seen on Reddit and Twitter people waiting for the start of the season, and I myself too, have missed some of the esports action. So the CDL will kick off on January 23rd and 24th with a Kickoff Classic event. They've announced that this event will have fan-voted show matches. So the top three teams, Atlanta, Dallas, and OpTic Chicago, put up Twitter polls asking who their opponent's going to be for the first game. They're also going to announce more information on the 2021 season during the Kickoff Classic, and they also are going to showcase the groups, how they're picking the groups for this year, which is very different than usual. It's like a snake draft where the top team picks their opponent's groups and stuff. So, it's going to be a fun weekend to kick that off. And then the actual opening, so the real start of the season, is a couple weeks away in February 11th through 14th. It is the Atlanta FaZe home series. That's the opening weekend. They have this new format set up where it's going to be like 5 major tournaments that then lead into champs. Home series is like this group play sort of stage. So, if you're a CDL fan, there's a lot of stuff coming up here pretty quickly. And we're going to have, the first event just next weekend.
Yeah, so January 23rd, 24th, it's going to be great to see Call of Duty action back. I'm really interested to see how Black Ops plays out because, to be honest, I've not watched a huge amount of scrims. I've definitely not watched anyone doing CoD caster, and now because it's moved over to PC, hopefully we're going to see way more stats. We're going to see way more kind of like angles and different kind of setups, and it'd be really cool to see some graphical changes, and hopefully it'll just look really good as well because it's going to be on PC instead of being on, especially on the PS4, which is terrible. It looks awful. Sorry.
The 240 FPS, right? The 240 FPS too. They can get unlocked frame rate and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how that looks, especially going from console for so many years now to PC.
Yeah, and it's great to just have some regular Call of Duty back as well. Now it is online initially. I think one boost we've seen is obviously we saw the League of Legends World Championship that was played offline in China last year. But what we've seen as well is Ubisoft have announced that they're going to be doing some of their Rainbow Six competitions in the US, and they're just going to be like doing loads of coronavirus testing, putting them in a bubble. So hopefully we'll see that for some tournaments later on in the year if the vaccine rollout hasn't just sort of solved the situation anyway. But really excited to see COD back at events, and hopefully we'll get fans in there. Hopefully we'll be able to attend and do interviews. So really exciting time, but this is kind of the start. Online COD, nothing new. We played it all last season. I'm looking forward to seeing what's happening, and it looks like we should see OpTic Chicago versus LA Thieves, of course, Nadeshot versus Hex. So that'll be an amazing rivalry in that first game. I would love to see that. I think that would just kick everything off. When it comes to predictions for the year, Keshav, do you have any? Who do you think is going to be leading the pack?
I think the one team I'm looking out for is LA Thieves. They are the underdogs in many ways because they're the brand new sort of brand and team into the league. They picked up OpTic Gaming's Los Angeles seeding, which was like really not the best, and so they have a lot to prove, right? Coming into this league, $25 million spot you just picked up. You're the newest team here, so I'm going to keep an eye out on them. It's them and OpTic too, right? OpTic had a rough year last year. Dallas and Atlanta outshined them in multiple events. So I think LA Thieves, OpTic are the two teams to look out for. And I think with where we are, I think Atlanta FaZe, however, is still the most dominant team, right? They have sort of the best young blood. Simp is still there. So it's just a lot of dynamic.
They got Arcities as well. They've got those guys insane. A team I think people are going to be overlooking as well is New York Subliners. So I think actually they're going to do pretty well. They've also got Clayster, he's back with Zuma. And they've got Mac upcoming talent, so I think it's going to be pretty exciting to see those guys play as well.